I feel like you don't talk into the mic enough.
I feel like that too. That's why I said I want to get those little boom mics and stuff, but I also don't know how to talk into a mic. I don't do this for this.
I mean, you just look at it. Because I be listening to it and I be like, yeah, okay, I can hear myself. But I be like, yeah, so.
Like I don't really like it, but yeah. Let me turn this one here. Yeah, like part of me is that I don't want to, like being on camera. I don't want to turn my head and like look away and shit. So that's what be part of it. But yeah. But shit, what episode is this? 5, 6?
I think 6.
6?
Yeah.
Episode 6. Welcome back to episode 6 of the Block Talk podcast. Mm-hmm. Should we start like for like the new listeners? Like I'm one half. My name is Bobby, and you do your.
I did not think that far.
I was thinking about it because I was thinking like when I was thinking about the new like doing the intro or whatever. I was like just thinking about all of our just the whole intro thing in general, and I was like, well, you know. I would like to do music in the beginning, but I kind of don't, like something to set the vibe or whatever. But I was like, man, we should actually like talk to new people, like they new people or whatever. Get a little more professional, but we'll see. Yeah. We'll talk about it. But yeah, welcome back. Another episode. So happy the snow is finally clearing up.
Man, it was 30 degrees today, and it was different. I enjoyed it.
Shit hit different.
It does.
Shit hit different, man. Speaking of hit different, I got a what's her name? Got some videos out that I haven't watched. SZA.
Yeah. Man, what was that video with her tied up in a rope?
I think that was Kill Bill.
Kill Bill?
Yeah.
Is that out yet?
Yeah, it's out.
Oh, man.
Fire.
Man, I bet it is. It look like it's fire.
Yeah. Her album was decent.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed her album, and my girl plays it a lot.
Yeah, it's nothing like the first album, but it's a pretty decent album.
Yeah. Did you hear about the Missy Elliott getting to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Yes, that's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. Yes.
I am surprised that it takes that long, though. Because she's been a legend for a while. And I also don't like they call it the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yeah,
I think it's socially accepted now to be like the Music Hall of Fame.
Then but because it
no, wow. Like, we started it. If I started something and I named it this, it's gonna be this. Now what y'all change it to later is what y'all, socially change it to. But I started it as this, so we'll call it this.
So I feel that if you do something like that, someone can come along and make a Music Hall of Fame, and it will soon gain more credibility than yours.
No one.
Because yours is rock and roll. Mine is music. Mine already sounds more general and more encompassing. Your sound, what kind of music does it sound like yours?
It started out as rock and roll. But now you just go try to. The reason why the Music Hall of Fame wouldn't work out is because you would be treading water we already treaded. Like what you gonna do? Bring in Beyonce? You gonna bring in LL Cool J and Jay-Z? We did it already. They already inducted. Like we did it already. It's already a big deal.
Two things can exist in similar spaces. That's like when MySpace was around and Facebook came around. MySpace was like, what they go do? Let you pick friends? Let you comment on stuff? Like, yes.
Yeah.
It ain't about who did it first. It's about who did it right. If they come along later and they do it right, y'all gonna be looking stupid because y'all didn't want to change your name.
I think the Rock. I think is. I agree. It should be changed to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but I don't think some other one should come along and change and be named. Be named the Music Hall of Fame. I think it's just like it's whatever. Like it's socially we know that this is the Music Hall of Fame. It is what it is.
So if we know that, then call it that.
Nah.
Yeah.
I named it. I named it this. Keep my name there. But what I think should happen though is when certain businesses sell, it should be a big deal when that business sells.
What do you mean?
So like the Rolling Stones, the original creators sold it to whatever magazine company or whatever. They no longer own it. Like, and so the articles and stuff, I'm not gonna say they're no longer like valuable, but the content has changed from what the original Rolling Stones people used to do or whatever. So if now the Rolling Stones does a lot of like clickbait stuff. Billboard do the same thing too, but they do a lot of clickbait stuff and just like they throw out these lists to get people talking, and it's like that's not what the original people would do. So like when that sale happens, it should be known like, hey yo, we are no longer a part of this company. This is somebody totally different. This is whatever.
But typically when a company of value who has a spokesperson attached to it like that, once it sells, the person who's associated with the company usually has to stay on for a period of time.
Yeah, to keep the image and everything.
Yeah. So and then the way that the business conduct themselves over time has been different. So back then, when it was just a magazine, you had a choice of a couple of music magazines. If you wanted to read about what they had to say, you spent your money and you bought it. People are not spending money on articles. People are not spending money on magazines like that. So these companies who still publish these articles got to make money to pay their writers somehow. So they got to go online and do these clickbaity titles, or
they don't have to. They don't have to. You can find ways to be a credible magazine without doing these clickbait things.
But those other things, those more typical journalistic things, aren't bringing in views, which means it isn't bringing in money. So if someone is talking about, like, we have an interview with this artist, yeah, sure, that's going to bring in some views who care about that artist. But if you're going to talk about the top 20 or the top 50, you want to see if your favorite artist made it in that top 20 or 50, so you are going to view. I'm
going to use your previous example. So if they, what they do is they'll say, like, we got an interview with this artist. And then they'll be like, this artist said this particular thing. And it's like, they didn't say anything like that, but you created the title to make people click on it. And then when you watch it or when you read it, you're like, yeah, that's not what they said. Like, you use something out of context and to get them to get somebody to click on it or whatever. And that's not cool.
But that's the business.
That's not cool. I don't think it should. That should change. That should definitely change.
But that's how online businesses generate revenue. It's through ads.
You know what I hate? I hate when they be like, it'll be like,
pay $1 to read the thing.
No, fuck that. Right?
See, that's what I'm saying, bro.
No. This is what I hate. I hate I just read one recently where it was like, it said the five worst case scenarios for the Pistons, and then like you scroll down, you read the first one, you scroll down, and then of course it's ads all the way through when you're scrolling. Yes. And then you gotta click the button to hit next, and it's a whole new page with all different ads. I fucking hate that. I hate that with a passion, bro.
I understand it. I hate it too. Which is why I do read some articles, but I don't read a lot of articles. And but that's the business. That's how they get their money.
That's the fastest way to get me to click off of an article.
But you clicked it twice. They got the money they was gonna get from you.
Man, look, I would not. And that's actually the reason why. Like when I started looking up different articles, when I was reading articles, if I noticed the same like this particular free press or this magazine, I will purposely not click it because I know they go break up each and every one of these things into its own page with its own ads, so I know where to click them.
So you have that option, and you also have I can subscribe to one of these services for like say $1 a month. So you see what I'm saying? So you don't want to go through the ads, but you also don't want to pay $1 a month to have a clean reading experience. Nah. So nigga, what you supposed to do? Nah. See, I'm asking you, nigga, what's the solution?
Don't put out.
So you don't
put out a trash format.
So you want niggas to write for free? What you saying is write for free?
No, definitely. You can find it other way. Maybe I don't have the answer. I'm not in journalism. I don't know. I don't have the answer. But what I'm saying is, the two formats they're using, there got to be a third, or fourth, or fifth, or something. There's a way you can do it while still making your money, and I get a clean reading experience.
Yeah, I don't think so, dog.
It's definitely
but that's an online business. Mm-hmm. So to be a successful online business, you have to do ads. Mm-hmm. What do you think it takes to be a successful local business?
I think all it takes is either a great product or a great service. I think everything else kind of not falls to the wayside, but I think they don't matter as much. Like, I don't eat Jamaican food or whatever. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't eat it. I never had it. I never walked into a restaurant and like ordered or whatever. But from the people out here talk about it, they like, yo, if you walk into a Jamaican spot and the customer service is good, just walk out because that food trash. Like, so in my head, I'm like, so y'all know this food is good if the customer service is bad.
Well, it's like going into I know we don't got no Waffle House here.
Yeah.
But I guess they say if the Waffle House is clean, like
walk out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think like no matter what, people are gonna go for that particular product because they know this is good. I don't care what the service is like. I'm coming here and I'm eating. Like I don't care if the jerk sauce falling out of the side of the pan. I don't care. It's good. I'm eating it. And then with like with services or whatever. If I call a tow truck and like the tow truck pull up, don't speak to me. Just take my car and go. But I know he gonna beat me home before I get home. Hey, I'm gonna call him again. Because it's a great service. Like I can count on you to get my car. You do exactly what I say to get my car to wherever it needs to be. I'm gonna call you again. But I think first and foremost, your product will speak. Your product or your service will speak for itself, and then from there, you may want to look into other things. Like I'm always on the side of good customer service because I used to work in customer service.
Me too.
Yeah. But I did retail. That's different.
Nigga, me too. Nigga, I worked at
was it Gardner White?
I worked at AMC. I worked at Gardner White. I worked at Best Buy.
Okay.
Yeah, nigga.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's different.
And the bank is retail too. I'm selling shit.
I didn't think of it like that. Yeah. I think it's something else.
Yeah, retail banking for sure.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I definitely customer service makes a huge difference. Even for like the person, the representative in front of you. Like I've got tipped $60 one time.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Like I got tipped $60 one time. So like I think good customer service works out for both the company and it could possibly benefit the representative as well. So good product or good service, good customer service, so good representatives. In today's age, you gotta kind of have an online presence, but not necessarily. I think as long as I can Google you and a picture of your building pops up and a phone number pops up, and then like what times you open, that's all you really need to me. I don't think you really need that much stuff, depending on what field you're in. So if you are like, for me, example, like clothing brands, I think clothing brands need to run ads because most people are gonna continue to go to what they like, and they don't. It's your job to tell them what they like,
right?
When you're in the fashion world or whatever. So you gotta kind of run ads and be a little more exposed. But for the most part, if you are a restaurant, it only take that person one time to taste good food, and they coming back no matter what.
Right.
So, what you think?
So for me, I like a good service. I like a good product, but I care more about the price to product ratio.
Okay.
So if the price is really high, but the product is like really high quality, I'm still kind of looking at it sideways because it's like my steak don't need to taste this good. Like for this amount, nah. Yeah. Or it don't need to be of this material or this quality. I can bring it down some just because I'm that kind of person. So to me, it's about finding that balance between price and product, and also depending on the product, I might need to see it a couple of times because sometimes I'll do something and I'll see it and I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna try that place, and I'll never think about the place again. So some places I need to see over and over and over again for it to actually click in. So I think an advertising presence is really important for a local business. So I was telling you earlier about this place around the corner, Detroit Taco Bar.
Yeah.
And I went in there one time. The food was okay, and it was priced okay. But nothing said, you got to come back.
Right.
Because they didn't have burrito tacos. It was just the average taco spot.
Right.
And...
See, when you're at that level of average, you need something. You can't be average. You got to stand out some way, somehow.
Yes, you have to stand out. And maybe if I were to see, like say, Facebook ads or emails or flyers sent to the house saying, "Oh, we have this new item" or "We have this new special," then I would be like, "Oh shoot, Saturday I'm gonna go ahead and go."
Right.
But this other one, this is other place on Mac. It's it's like burgers and it's like chicken burgers and sliders on Mac. It's a cool place, and I had went in there like what they call like a pre-grand opening or their soft opening.
Okay.
I had went to that, and they had sent me something afterwards saying, "Yo, if you come next week on our grand opening, we're gonna give you 50% off of everything you order."
Oh.
So
I'm in there.
I'm in there, and like the food, the food was of a decent quality, and it was priced decently. So then with a 50% discount, there was no way I'm not coming back. 50%. Give me everything on this side. Right. Everything on this side.
The whole left side.
The whole left side. I need it. And because of that, I was able to taste more menu items, determine what I liked, determine what I didn't like, and now I know that whenever I want a slider for a price in the neighborhood, that's where I'm going. I don't have no reason to go anywhere else because I tried them. I was able to try them again at a discount, and you know what? You've earned a customer for me. So
that's what's up. That's actually a tactic. I forgot who did the demonstration, but
first one free, like the drug dealers.
No. It was this is like a little more legit, but that's pretty much what it is. But like he was saying, like the guy said, what you do is if you have a restaurant, what you do is you find, like, if you're the owner or the manager or whatever, what you do is you find somebody who this is their first time coming in. So you walk up to them, hey, you know what I'm saying? How everything going? Oh, this your first time? Word? You should try this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give it to you on the house. So then they try it or whatever. Oh, okay, it's good. All right, bet. You like it? You do? Okay, cool. Here's my card. When you come back, call this number, and I'm gonna come out or whatever and make sure you good. And then the person, more times than not, the person go come back because they like, I got a personal invite. They'll come back. So then you're like, you know what? Okay, what you getting this time? Oh, I'm getting such and such and such. Oh, okay, cool. Did you try this over here? One of my new items or whatever? You're like, no, I didn't. I really wasn't feeling it. All right, well, look, I'm gonna give you the new item, 25% off. You want it? Oh, okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and try it. Boom. And then to the third time, what you do is you go up to him or whatever. You go up to him and you be like, you know what? Thank you for coming the third time. All your drinks is on me. And after that, you leave them. By that third time, you've created such a relationship with that person that now they'll spend anything in their pocket. And I was like, I was like, that's legit. That's legit. He's like just making those impressions and then slowly coming down on like how much you're giving people and like they'll eventually pay for whatever you want.
I dig it.
That's wild, right?
That's wild. I dig it.
Yes, but yeah, it's I don't know. I think good. I think local businesses do what they have to go through a lot. Because now that I think about it, like big businesses make it a fact to stay in your face. They make it a fact to stay in your face no matter what. Yeah,
and then they make it a thing to stay in your face. And then not a lot, but some of these businesses are so big and so niche that they're monopolistic. Kind of like Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
Bro, straight monopoly.
Yeah, they got this whole
Ticketmaster, Live Nation, bro. If you want to tour, you got to deal with probably both of them.
Yeah, because Ticketmaster owns Live Nation, and then they started buying up all the big venues around the U.S.
Yeah, getting those exclusive deals with them and things like that. And Ticketmaster actually bought its biggest competitor back in like 2000 and something, the early 2000s, when the .com bubble was like, the websites was first coming in. They said, it has to be a better way to do like ticketing because I guess tickets were sold to each company and each company had like a section of the venue. And then so everybody only had access to a certain amount. So then Ticketmaster and this other place came along. They was like, well, let's try it this way. and then Ticketmaster ended up buying out the other company and ended up just taking up all the tickets. Yeah, I was it's a good video. I think it was, what's his name? I think it's Company Man. But he was talking about it, and it's terrible. And then they can charge whatever they want to, because they also control the resale market.
Right.
So they were talking about the Taylor Swift thing a while back, how the tickets were going up to like $25,000, but the tickets were already owned by Ticketmaster. So you didn't buy them from a person who decided to sell it for $25,000. Right. You bought it from Ticketmaster for $25,000.
And they getting some off the top, like they
for service fees.
Yeah.
So
yes, like service fees bother the fuck out of me. No matter where I go. Like, what are you doing? I didn't see a person in real life.
Dog.
Eat it.
Dog, go.
Yeah, I didn't see a person in real life. I didn't talk to nobody. I literally put my card in and brought these tickets. What are you servicing me for?
Dog.
Like, what are you charging me for? But yeah, I brought up earlier. I was thinking that with this whole like situation with Ticketmaster and Live Nation or whatever, do you think live performances will become a niche or a luxury experience?
I don't think it will become a luxury experience, but I feel that for certain artists, it will be almost a class type experience to go see them. Mm-hmm. So for the people like Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Drake, GGs. If you want to see them GGs, I hope you saved. I hope you win a raffle. I hope you win them online,
right,
or something like that. Because the idea of going on Ticketmaster at 10 a.m. to get some tickets for $100
is out the window.
It's going to be out the window. It's going to be out the window. And what they've been doing is they've been doing pre-sales with certain credit card companies. So for this time, it's Citibank. So if you have a Citibank card, you get early access to the tickets. So sometimes it's Citi, sometimes it's American Express, just depends. So for that, I like. Some people may not like it, but I like it because it is human verification. As somebody who buys shoes, I know I have to deal with a lot of sneaker bots and robots, and the bots buy them up before I can even get on.
Right.
It's like they'll be available at 10 o'clock, and at 10 o'clock they're sold out because the bots took them already. So with this way, and I might have suggested this too actually when we were talking about it during one of the other episodes, is that if they did it strictly on credit cards, it creates human verification. That means somebody put in the social. It means the card has been active. That's how you know this is a real person. So if this person happens to have a $20,000 limit and they want to spend $20,000 on like 4 tickets or whatever, that's on them. That's how they chose to use their balance.
Right.
That I respect, versus somebody who spent $5,000 on a bot so they can buy $50,000 in tickets so they can sell them for $300,000.
Right. That's legit. That's legit. But I don't think I think the resale market in any industry is so lucrative. I don't think they'll change a bit. Like with shoes and then moving with tickets, I think because in one instance, you guaranteed to sell no matter what. Because with, like you said, with bots being out here, the bots can buy up stuff immediately. So you guaranteed to make your money. You guaranteed to sell out, and then you get the you get the press and the exposure of, man, I tried to get this shoe from Nike.com and I couldn't get it. So now people think, oh, Nike.com, let me get some shoes. So like you're constantly getting more and more and more exposure no matter what. And you get your guaranteed money on the back end. So I spend this on shoes, we ship them in for this, and this is gonna be our profit margin. We made all of our profits, and then like if what they saying is true with the whole StockX shit, they probably making more on the back end somewhere too. Well,
so like I said in that episode, StockX doesn't sell shoes. StockX does not have an inventory to sell shoes. So all the money that they make is from their service fees because they don't have a product to sell. So whenever but the more expensive your item, the more that they charge. It's a percentage. It's not a flat fee.
Oh, so that's bullshit.
Yeah, so it's about 10%, 10 to 15%. So if I sell my Travis Scotts for $1,000, they taking $100 just because they can.
That's wild.
So and it's the same product. I mean, it's the same tech. What they call it, the same procedure as if I were selling an $80 shoe, and they only take $8.
Wow.
So it's the same procedure, and they're, like you said, they're getting their money through that way. But I don't know if you heard, Biden was trying to pass a no junk fees thing through legislation to where it limits convenience fees, and it's supposed to severely reduce resort fees in hotels. So I don't know if you haven't been to Vegas, but maybe at a hotel in Florida, maybe, I don't know where you guys stayed, but when you go to certain hotels, they charge you a resort fee. It's a per day fee for staying in that hotel. It's a flat rate, anywhere between $20, $60, depending on where you stay. So you have your room rate, which might be $50. Then you have a resort fee that's $35.
Wow.
So your room is actually $85, but they advertise it as $50 a night because that's cheap. That's cheap.
Right.
But then when you get there, oh shoot, it's $85. You know?
That's wild.
And Biden is talking about getting rid of those. And
That'd be legit.
Yeah, that's legit.
That'd be legit.
And he's talking about getting rid of the a lot of those extra fees for things like Ticketmaster and stuff like that. Because he was saying the same thing, like, what are you niggas doing? He didn't call them niggas, but he said, what are you doing?
Pretty much. Look at him actually trying to do something before he croak over. Look at him. Look at him. Look, have you seen him lately?
Nah.
It's nuts. but yeah, good for him. Shit, what else we have on the docket?
Are you gonna try to get? Did your girl want to go see Beyonce?
She hasn't mentioned it to me.
So my girl wants to, and I'm gonna because I have the Citibank
card.
Yeah, I got the Citibank card. I'm gonna try to get her the tickets, and she's gonna pay me back for those tickets. It's not.
You heard it here first.
It's not my treat.
You heard it here
It's
first.
not my treat. If I don't know how much the tickets are, but I've been reading that at some spots to see Beyonce, it's about $600 just to get in and sit in the nosebleeds.
That's wild.
And if she wants to go do that, that's fine. But I'm gonna need that back.
Yeah, I need that back.
I'm gonna need that back. And she was like, "Well, who am I gonna go with?" And I'm like, "I'll go with you." But if you, like, I'm okay not going. But it's an experience. You get to see Beyonce, you leave your kid with somebody, and you go and enjoy yourself.
I don't like big artists like stadiums and arenas. I don't like those kind of concerts.
You like the intimate vibes?
Yeah, like all the concerts I've been to were at St. Andrews. Like every single one has been at St. Andrews.
The only 2 concerts I've been to were Panic at the Disco, and that was
that's wild. I didn't know that. That's wild.
That was
that
we did.
Wild.
Yeah, me and Katie, we went to the Palace, and we went to Little Caesars.
So you saw him twice.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Man, Panic slapped. Panic got bangers.
But you know what? I can't say nothing because the very first, when I was able to buy my own CDs with my own money that I earned, the very first album I brought was a Linkin Park album.
I believe it. Yeah. Linkin Park slapped.
It was a Linkin Park album. That was 2010.
I'm trying to think what the first album I bought with my own money. Probably so I started working in 2008. Man, I feel like it had to be like Neo, You're the Gentleman or something.
That was 08?
I don't have billboards with me. I don't know.
Good plug.
But like I was saying about the concerts though, man, it's a good experience. You go, you leave your kid, you have a good time, you come on back.
Well, I don't know.
Do you Oh, go ahead.
No, but India hasn't really been she said she's learned to really like Beyonce, but for the most part,
learning to like something sounds like a force to me.
No, I think it was more so like she was at the concert and she was like, "Oh, you know what? I like this." I think it was one of those things where she had to experience the music in a different way.
Well,
and that
you know what, and that's true because I had listened to Beyonce's album and I had heard a couple songs on it that I liked, but it was nothing worth kind of adding to my rotation. Mm-hmm. But then I went to Auntie Pam Wetton and they came out to I think Cuff It. And the vibe was just different.
It's different, yeah.
The vibe was just different.
The first time I went to a strip club with you, and I was like, you know what? I see why people like the trap money music because it's a good vibe. It's a good feeling. Mm-hmm. I like it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's just you experience music in different settings and it changes everything about the music.
Yeah. So like I was trying to segue to twice, and you like knocked me off of.
I'm sorry. My bad.
So I was about the concerts, and you like, you know, like so you leave your kid and you go. Mm-hmm. Did you hear about the grandma who wanted to charge her daughter $20 an hour plus overtime to watch her granddaughter?
I did not, but I stand with the grandma. I'm with you.
So while I don't have a problem with it, $20 is a lot. Well, is it? I don't know. I don't have a kid. I don't pay for daycare.
Look, look. You can find somebody else to take your kid to that you may or may not trust. But if you trust grandma to watch your kid and you know your kid go be fed, sleep, and tired or whatever it is when you come back, you gonna pay that fee. If my grandma charged me, I'm paying that. If Granny Flora charged me, I'm paying it because I know kid go be clean, kid go be fed, kid might be asleep. They both might be asleep. Mm-hmm.
So
I'm paying that.
So I don't.
And plus, on top of that, like you encroaching on their time. Mm-hmm. I'm encroaching on her time. I don't know what she probably just wanted a day to sit around and do nothing. Mm-hmm. So now you got to pay for her time. Mm-hmm. I'm okay with that.
You know what? I really want to disagree with you, but I really can't.
The idea of like,
cause I know for a fact that I don't really want to watch kids. Like,
yeah,
if my brother asked me to watch my nephews or something, mm-hmm. I'll watch my nephew. Well, Jordan's like 17 now, so it's done. But even back in the day when I would watch Jordan, I didn't think of charging my brother for it.
Right.
I didn't think of charging my brother for it.
But I also think you got that back in different ways.
Well, yeah, but I could also say the same thing between a mother and a daughter. You know what I mean? Or between a son and a mom or whatever.
Between a grandma and a kid and a no. Yeah. Between a mother and daughter, I don't know how else you gonna get that back.
Look, moms need stuff. Moms need stuff, and moms act like they can't ever lift anything. They act like they can't never put anything together. They act like they can't ever do anything. So sometimes you never know. So what if it's like, you know, like I went shopping for you. I went and got your car fixed. I did this. I did that. I did some stuff around the house for you. Stuff that you could have did, but because you're my mom and I love you, I took care of this.
Don't do that. This is business. This is not personal.
Oh no, it's business.
This is business.
Okay.
Don't throw the love word around.
No. So if it's business, then okay, for me to fix this garbage disposal, it's $20 an hour, and I don't know what I'm doing. It's gonna take a while.
You have no experience in this. No, you don't get to charge premium prices. And you have no experience.
Hey, it's $20 an hour.
We starting out with this hot five, a hot five in this Little Caesars, and you gonna. You gonna get this hot five?
Nigga, you're like I'm moving furniture, nigga. Don't try to give me a moving furniture payment, bro. Get out of here.
You finna get this five and this Little Caesars, and you finna fix this garbage disposal.
No, there is no way. But I'm saying but like it's other things. There is other things. So
I
think 20 is excessive. I think 20 is excessive. But I don't know what the going rate is.
Like I said, so me personally, I don't have a problem with that. Like I said, I have memories of like, you know, of my dad giving his sister money for like when we stayed for the weekend or whatever. Mm-hmm. I have those memories. One, because I know it's two boys. We eat up at the time, which is me and Burrell. Mm-hmm. We eat up a lot. Mm-hmm. So he was like, you know, yeah, here goes some money for them or whatever. And it was cool or whatever. And I think that's legit. You shouldn't. I even told India this, like when we get to the point where we have kids, I don't want to drop my kids off anywhere without giving the person I'm leaving them with some money. Mm-hmm. Like a lunch for my kid, especially if my kid eats a certain way at the house, I want to provide them with a lunch or whatever, and then I don't want you to have any excuse as to, like, you know, why you didn't feed the kid or whatever. So here go a couple dollars or whatever. If y'all want to go out to eat or whatever, here a couple dollars, and I'm gonna get my kid a lunch, and y'all straight. Like, especially for the week. If I'm leaving for the weekend, he goes some money and whatever.
So you don't think that you doing, let's say, housework is a trade-off for watching the kid? So, like I said, let's say your mom needed a lot of stuff done around the house. Do you feel like housework could be payment for watching the kid? Or would it depend on how much housework or how long you got to watch the kid? Or what?
I mean, I don't think I would count that trade-off. I probably wouldn't count that trade-off. But if I were to count it, I would look at it like, how much work is it? Because if I leave my kid for an hour, you're not about to have me, at your house doing stuff 8 hours a day. Mm-hmm. Like, no, we're not doing that. Mm-hmm. But I personally wouldn't count that. Just because I think actually watching a kid, and especially, like, in my head, I'm thinking about a kid that's like, girl, gone. I'm thinking of a kid that's like in that early learning stages. So they need like that.
Oh, they need like a lot of supervision.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking of. I'm not thinking of like, a 7, 8, 9-year-old. Mm-hmm. They don't need that much. You know what I mean? They need a lot. They don't need that much though. I'm thinking of like a 2, 3, 4-year-old. So it's a lot of variables for me personally. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of variables, and that I couldn't really like. It'd take a minute for me to actually point out what I would look for in return of watching my kid.
Mm. So speaking of like housework, what is the housework balance between you and your girl in the house?
So she took initiative in a lot of stuff around the house when we moved in together. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna say more times than not, 80% of the stuff that gets done around the house is her. Mm-hmm. So whether it's cooking is a little lower. I think cooking is like 60-40, 65-35, something like that. But like cooking, cleaning, just keeping the house a house as far as like the mutual living spaces go. Mm-hmm. Like she don't come in my office and try to clean up or whatever. I don't go in her office and try to clean up or whatever. The bedroom, that's a mutual thing, so we take care of that together. Mm-hmm. But yeah, for the most part, I wash my own clothes. She wash her own clothes. I don't want to speak for her, but I don't think she would have a problem with washing my clothes if I asked her. But because I have a specific way, she's like, no, you just do it. So
you have a specific way to wash clothes?
Yeah. Like we wash clothes differently.
Are you a colors person?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm colors, socks, underwear, jeans, dress shirts, all of that stuff like has to be separate from me.
Nigga, you wash 10 loads of clothes?
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Nigga, fooling.
Yeah. And then like I don't. My good jeans I no longer wash. I take those to the dry cleaners. My everyday work jeans, I wash them, but I don't dry them. I hang them up. Mm-hmm. Dress shirts, depending on how old it is, I'm gonna wash it and hang it up. But for the most part, I take it right to the dry cleaners. What else?
Nigga, you excessive.
Yeah, it's a certain way I wash.
Yeah, no, there is no way. So ours is similar to yours. Mm-hmm. We kind of maintain the bedroom together. Mm-hmm. I worry about my office. Mm-hmm. She worry about her office. Mm-hmm. And but most of the house, like the general cleaning of the house, she does. Mm-hmm. I do a lot of the dishes. I probably do about 60% of the dishes. Mm-hmm. I do 99% of the trash. Mm-hmm. I assume she took her trash out once or twice. I'm gonna give her that. I do the yard work. I do the shoveling.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do the shoveling. Which of course I wouldn't ask her to.
I thought you had a snowblower.
We do, but it needs gas, and I also like to shovel the snow because it's good exercise.
Oh, okay.
So,
fuck all that. But I told her, I'm getting the.
Did you say fuck exercise?
Yeah, fuck all that. I'm getting a flamethrower.
Hey,
for real,
hey,
man.
That ass.
For real.
That
like,
ass.
I used to shovel stuff for money around this time, so yeah, like I'm done with this shit.
You know, I don't mind shoveling. Like I said, it's decent exercise. Put on some headphones, vibe out. As long as you get it when it's early and it's not turning into ice and stuff.
Yeah.
When it start turning to ice and you got to start stumping on it.
Yeah.
That's when it's like, oh, okay, I'm just pour some salt on this shit and just walk away.
Like I had shovel the snow when it came down hard last time, and I was using India's car, and I was like, you know what? If I go in the house, I came up from work, and I was like, if I go in the house, and try to change or sit down for a minute, I'm not finna come back out.
Yes, I did the same thing. Same thing. I know exactly the day you're talking about too. I know exactly the day.
Like the shovel was already on the porch, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. So I grabbed it and I shoveled real quick or whatever. And she was like, "Hey," she's like, "Dang, you home already?" And I was like, "Yeah," and I shoveled already. Like this shit is done. Like so, yeah. I shovel. Like now, I'll say this: I do things on my own time. So she'll jump up and like get to it, like if I'm taking my time with it. So like we got a couple bushes in the front yard or whatever, and like for me, it has to be overgrown to a certain extent. But like she wants it, like if it go here, she want it down or whatever, and that's just not me. So there has been times where I'm in the bed chilling. And I see her out there with the branch cutters or whatever, cutting down stuff or whatever, and I gotta go out.
Does she just do it, or she does it dramatically loud so that you hear?
I don't think she do it loud, but
she does it dramatic.
But you can feel the energy of I wanted this done, and you know. But like I do things on my own time, and I can tell it's irritating, but
yeah, I
do it on my time.
Oh, yeah. So. Yeah, no. When my woman has to do anything, she does it dramatically. It's like such theatrics. It gets to a point where I'm just be looking at her like, so you gonna be dramatic right now?
Yeah.
Like okay.
Yeah.
Like insane. Like. But I love her to that.
Yeah, you got to. So this is actually is done the right way, done her way.
Yes. Easily.
That don't make sense.
Yo, no, because so for us, what I've, they say it's not happy wife, happy life, it's happy spouse, happy house. That shit is fake. That shit
in your house,
nigga. That shit false. Like no, I mean, in certain ways. So if she doesn't have a particular way that she wants something done, then we can either do it my way or we can find like a way to meet in the middle. But if she wants it done a certain way, it just has to be done that way. And if I wanted to probably debate and try to find a medium on some of her shit, I could. But the things I would have to go through to find that medium isn't worth the time. I could have been done doing it her way by the time I'm finished arguing. Right. So I don't know. But a lot of the stuff that she like her way though, I let her do her way. So
that's what I'm about to say. I'm the bad guy in that, where I'm like, okay, if you want it done your way, you do it. Yeah, I can admit I'm the bad guy with that.
You a bad guy a lot of the times. You a villain.
I'm not though.
You are a villain.
I'm not though. I'm the one. I'm the one that they show where they'll be like the movie villain, the actual villain. I'm the movie villain, and then like with Killmonger. Killmonger really wasn't the villain. The villain was the tribe people that was like, nah, fuck them over there. We ain't worry about them. They the real villains. I'm just a Killmonger. I'm made to like the villain. That's all. Yeah. But yeah, I can admit with that. I'm the bad guy with that. You want it done in your way, and if your way is the right way, then you do it.
No, I dig it. Shit. Have you been watching Last of Us?
I have not.
So, Last of Us is based on the video game, and I beat the first one and the second one, and they're both great games.
Yeah, you say me all the time.
Yes, I feel like we had an episode, probably like one of the first early episodes. He was talking about like best games we ever played. Do you remember that?
Did we?
It was probably one of the first thumbnails I ever sent you. It was probably like episode 2.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, it was like episode 2. We were talking about like some of the best games we ever played. Because I think D'Angelo was still with us.
Hey.
Yeah, I think D'Angelo was still with us, and we were talking about some of the best games we ever played. And Last of Us was one of my games that I had picked.
Okay.
So the show is based on the game. It's pretty true to the source material. Of course, they take liberties, they change some things, and they have to do it for pacing reasons.
Right.
Because you can watch every cutscene in that game in about 2 hours.
Okay.
So you can pretty much go through the whole season 1 of Last of Us in 2 hours. But the show on HBO is like an hour and a half per episode.
Right. Okay.
So I'm liking how they doing it, but because I really thought I was done with like all the zombie shit. Because I feel over the past like decade, it's just been nothing but zombies. Yeah. Like y'all ain't got no other monsters. Ain't nobody scared of nothing else.
Nothing else. I've been. So I didn't watch. I didn't play the game, either one of them. And I really wasn't that hype about the show. Only reason why I did watch like the first episode, the first 2 episodes, is because the girl that plays Ellie plays, and she was in Game of Thrones, Lady Mormont, and so I was like, you know what, I'll go ahead and watch it. And the guy who plays the main guy, he's in Game of Thrones too. So I was like, you know what?
Both of them from Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he plays a guy named Oberon, and he gets killed by the mountain. And then Ellie, the girl that plays Ellie, she's Lady Mormont, and she's the goat, the fucking goat. Like, y'all niggas pussy. We gonna go out here and scrap. Like she the goat. But yeah, so I was like, you know what? I'll go ahead and watch it. But like just sitting there watching, I was like, yeah, I'm not really that into it. And part of it was because of the reason that you were saying, like, I am done with the trifecta of zombies, werewolves, and vampires. The only thing I'm gonna pick up to read vampire wise or in that vein
Twilight.
is Roseline. That's the only thing I'm reading. Shout out to Roseline. Go ahead, get your copy on Amazon. Roseline by Andy Blaylock. Go got that. But yeah, that's the only thing I'm picking up to read about vampires, werewolves, zombies, all of that stuff. Like I'm done. I give up on that stuff. But yeah, I just really wasn't interested in it. And actually, I think they need to bring something new out.
Like a new monster?
Yeah. They need to find, like, they tried to return with The Mummy with, who was it, Tom Cruise?
I don't know.
I think it was Tom Cruise. Yeah, they tried to do Tom Cruise with The Mummy because they was going to build like a whole monster universe or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah. I remember that, yeah.
So they tried to do that, and then they tried Dracula with, not Luke Evans. Is that his name? Luke Evans?
Chris Evans?
No. It's the real suave gay dude. Damn. He played Gaston in Beauty and the Beast.
I don't know, bro.
Damn. I think it Luke Perry? Luke Perry or Luke Evans? It's Luke something.
Well, I think Luke Perry is gay.
Yeah, okay.
I think Luke Perry.
Yeah, so I think it might be him. But yeah, they tried to bring Dracula in, and then they tried to do Frankenstein. They just need to find something new. Like,
so do you think it's that the creators who create that they don't have anything original, or do you think they have a fear of trying something original and it not working, or or maybe addition to that, people don't like new things?
No, I think it's a trickle down effect from the bigger companies like your Sonys, your Warner Brothers, your Lionsgate,
Disney.
Yeah, like pretty much they don't want to roll the dice on new things because so many things have your attention now. I think they're too afraid to pull the trigger on something original.
Well, yeah, they don't need to try new things because as consumers, we've shown that old things work.
Yeah, but new things can work as well.
But they know old things are going to work.
That's not true.
Think about
this new Velma show trash.
Okay.
That shit ass.
Them niggas did way too much. See, that's when you take something old and try to do something new. You try to do something new with something old.
Yeah.
Just redo something old. Just update something old.
Nah.
So if you think about how they do the video games, how they remaster or remake video games, they make them true to the things. The buttons might be a little bit different. The controllers are a little bit better, but the story is pretty much the same. You gonna throw some new graphics on here, some new sounds,
right?
But the places gonna look the same. It's gonna kind of play similar, and that's it. And people are gonna love it because I played this back when I was like 10, and now I'm 30. Now it looks now how I remember it looking back then.
Right. This is how I imagined it looking.
Yeah, this is how I imagined it looking.
Right.
And they do that with games. They do it with movies. That's why it's 10 Fast and Furious, bro.
Yeah.
Like people,
I don't know. I don't know. Like, that might be true, but I think is coming down to people are just too afraid to try something different. Like how many Superman movies we got over this past couple of years? A
lot.
We got so many Superman movies, so many Batman movies,
and they are different with no continuity.
And I'm gonna go on to them. They all horrible. They all horrible. The Christopher Nolan Batman run was decent.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. No, those movies were good.
The new Robert Pattinson Batman is actually good. I actually liked that one. That was pretty decent. But yeah, like just try something new. You have so many of the characters, so many of the stories, so much more original stuff. And I think that's why you're getting like you get the shift of people like me that go to like YouTube to find some original creators, because like I'm tired of the same old story over and over and over. Like that's why I have such a hard time finding some anime. Like I was just telling India this, the trope I'm sick and tired of is the demon or the ancient entity in the main character.
Oh yeah,
I am so tired of that. I am so tired of that. We see it every single anime that pops up. I'm just tired.
I mean, because it's a consistent plot device. So no matter how down and out they are, we can cut this demon on to make them get that power surge that they need to one day learn how to control.
Right. But yeah, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. It's I don't know.
You know what I'm tired of?
What?
Kyrie. Wait, real quick, before we pretty much get to the last little sports part, I'm gonna do my flight deal.
Okay.
Before we break into sports. So my flight deal of the week is actually from Frontier.
Okay.
So I have 2 of them, but for the other one, you're gonna have to come back next week.
Hey.
So for this one, Frontier actually is expanding, or I guess reducing, their all-you-can-fly. Do you remember their all-you-can-fly?
Yeah, it was like 600, 500, 600, something like that.
It was like $700 or something like that. So now they have an all-you-can-fly just for the summer. For I'm gonna say $400. I'm gonna have the correct price on the screen.
Okay.
But I believe it's all-you-can-fly from May to September for $400. And it's not just the United States, it's legit anywhere. So anywhere that Frontier flies, if they have seats available, you can go.
Oh, wow.
So if you want to go to Chicago for a day, come on back. If you want to go to Florida for a day, come on back.
But it's 400 both ways or 400 round trip?
It's $400 to fly anywhere you want for the year. So you pay the $400 one time, and you can fly as much as you want for that. I mean, from May to September, fly as many times as you want, anywhere you want.
Right. Okay. But so the seats got to be available. So if you trying to come back you're trying to leave May 17th and come back May 28th, but ain't no seats available May 28th.
You gotta pay.
You gotta pay. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta pay. Okay. And that, of course, does not include your bags or anything. But I'm not a big bag traveler anyway, because I'll roll all that shit up, stuff it in a bag, and not worry about it.
I was thinking about what you said last time about the vacuum seal and stuff. But I think like you would have to find a way to get the vacuum seal with you to the next place.
Well, depending on how strong the vacuum is, I assume the vacuum isn't much bigger than what we used to pump up your air mattress. So probably about this size. Okay. Probably about this size. And with the space that you save from not putting... Honestly, you could probably fit this in your coat pocket. Fit in your coat pocket. Doesn't count.
Okay.
So yes, Frontier, all you can fly. All
right. Nice. That's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Pretty decent.
Say if if my woman was more into traveling budget style, I would definitely do it for her. But she bullshit.
I got money over there. That's why.
No, she got money over there.
she
got money over there. Oh, we didn't get to touch on profit sharing, but well, I guess since you said money over there, Chrysler profit sharing I think is 18,000. GM's is 12, and Ford's is 9.
How long you gotta be there?
So it's based on hours worked. It's based on hours worked, and I think for Ford you need, I want to say 1,800 hours.
Oh, okay.
1,800 hours worked, which is kind of hard because you know there's so many shutdowns and stuff throughout the year.
Right.
So pretty much nobody at Ford, unless you're like a manager or something, is going to get that max. Right. Chrysler and them, they don't shut down for like anything for some reason.
For nothing.
Yeah, so
I remember that.
Yeah, so they don't really shut down. So they're probably going to get a lot of theirs.
That's wild.
But yeah.
See, this is the time I do miss being in the plant. Profit sharing time at the place I'm at now. They gave us like a Christmas bonus, but it was like $300 or whatever. Mm-hmm. It was decent, but it was like $300.
Yeah, you know, in what people at Ford need to realize, because people, they'll see like, oh man, Chrysler getting 20,000 and GM getting 12. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. But like, for one, they never shut down. They have popular cars. And what I was telling somebody on my dude Net I play 2K with, I was telling them, I'm like, Chrysler makes cars for consumers. Like your average consumer, they go, like your average person, retail person, they go in there, they buy a car, they buy a Chrysler. Mm-hmm. Because they like the Hellcat, they like the Scat Pack, they like the Challenger, the Charger, the Jeeps, and all of that stuff. That's what they like. But people like Ford and GM, they are more business based. So if a place has like a fleet of something, they'll have a fleet of F-150s, they'll have a fleet of Crown Vics or something like that, or fleet of Malibus. So the business is just different between the two.
Right. That do make a lot of sense. And then they hold on to those cars a lot longer. Like like you see F-150s from like 20 years ago.
Yeah. And
they tanks, like they gonna run.
Yeah.
But those people take care of those trucks because they know this is my workhorse. Gotta take care of it. Yeah. It's gonna last me as long as I got this business.
Yeah. No, you don't. Very rarely do you see somebody in like, let's say, a Ram 1500, which is also a popular truck too. So Ram just makes popular cars, but very rarely do you see Rams as service vehicles. Right. You never see a Ram with a plow on the front of it. Right. You know.
Right.
So they're just more consumer based.
Right. Yeah. They got a Ram with the Hellcat engine in it.
See, who the fuck would need that?
When I was at my old job. At my old job, we was building the grill for it, and yeah, they was like, yeah, this the one that got the Hellcat engine in it. Yeah, I'm like, wow, bro.
Like, who needs that?
People, I guess.
And who the fuck need Kyrie? The Mavericks, I guss.
I don't think they need them, but they want them. I think that's a big difference. I think they want them. Honestly, I thought the GM was gonna find a way to get him over to the Lakers.
I thought he was, but the best spot for him was the Clippers. Because if they traded John Wall, Reggie Jackson, some picks, and they would have been Kyrie, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, that would have been the best spot out of anywhere.
I didn't think about that spot.
Yes. Because what's the name? Since Kawhi and Paul George signed their contracts a while back, the cap has went up. So Kyrie could fit in there if you get rid of John Wall, Reggie Jackson, maybe like one other, Luke Kennard maybe. Somebody who's on a decent contract, get rid of them three. And I feel like those three in Brooklyn with Kyrie, with Kevin Durant would be good. Because that would give...
I don't like two of the players you mentioned in there. So
who? Luke Kennard?
I'm not a big fan of Luke Kennard, and I don't give a fuck about Reggie Bag Johnson. So
Reggie who?
Reggie Bag. I don't care about Reggie Bag. Like, yeah, so I mean, John Wall is not the John Wall like he used to be.
No, but he can still handle the ball, and I believe he can still drive enough to be able to facilitate to a Kevin Durant. And Luke Kennard can still shoot. I mean, he's a shooter. That's what he does.
I'm looking at size wise, none of them are going to be able to help Brooklyn against Milwaukee or Boston.
But Kyrie was never going to do that anyway. And John Wall is a better defender than Kyrie. Reggie Jackson is definitely a better defender than Kyrie. And what's the nigga name? Luke Kennard. He's just there to shoot.
I don't know about Reggie Bag. But.
Dog. Hey, look, I remember I went to a Pistons game, dog, and you know they had like the head sounds of the people. They actually had a Reggie Jackson one, dog. Like I was sitting towards the front, like, don't give me that. Don't give me that shit. I'm not about to hold this nigga face up. There is no way.
No, I don't know. I think he would have been like I like yo. I do like the trade. I just really wouldn't. I'm not too fine on those two pieces. And then matchup wise, like I said, I'm looking at potentially if they make it to the second round, they gotta go against either Boston or Milwaukee.
Well, they're not making it out of the first round now. Because don't get me wrong, Spencer Dinwiddie is good, and Dorian Finney-Smith is good also. And but they had to give up Morris, which is size.
Yeah.
Which means Brooklyn has size now. Because I don't know what you're gonna do with Ben Simmons, bro. I don't know what you can do with Ben Simmons.
Bum Simmons is out of here. If they lose any game, any series, if anything happens negative, I'm blaming Bum Simmons. Period.
Dog, I don't know if you remember, but I feel like last year when they was going through this, I said Ben Simmons should just play center.
Yeah.
I said that. Ben Simmons, he just need to sit down. He need to stop working out. Just eat for a bit. Gain some weight. Play center. You 6'10". You 6'10".
Get that Zion meal plan.
Yeah. I'm saying, like, give up your dreams of being a point guard. You can still handle the ball. Like, You ain't gonna forget how to dribble overnight or nothing like that. Right. But in terms of you being a primary ball handler, us running the offense through you, it just doesn't make sense. Because even as a 2K player, and I'm not I'm not like an elite 2K player, but I know if I'm going against like a slash and playmaker, so you're a slasher and you're a playmaker, shooting is not in your thing. You're probably not going to shoot that well, and if you shoot, you're shooting around 25%. So that means when you're coming down court, I'm in the back playing a passing lane to see if you're going to pass it to somewhere real quick. So until you get to the 3-point line, right in front of the 3-point line, I'm not guarding you. Right. I don't have any reason to. And because we're playing this loose defense, you know, you have to make a decision. Right. And we're like forcing you to make a bad one. Right.
And in 2023's NBA, you cannot have a winning basketball team or a championship level basketball team with a point guard that cannot shoot.
That is.
Period. That's.
Oh, and kind of related thing. I invented small ball. I'm gonna tell y'all. So back in
I
invented small ball, and I'm gonna tag my brother Jerry in this part. Mm-hmm. Back in the day, we used to play 2K on the Dreamcast. Mm-hmm. And I used to rock with the 76ers because they had Allen Iverson. Mm-hmm. And this is back when they had Chris Webber playing for them. Mm-hmm. So what I would do is I would put Chris Webber at center. Mm-hmm. And I would take that guy out and I would put in like another shooter, like small forward. Mm-hmm. So I was running like point guard, shooting guard, 2 small forwards, and a power forward. So I had 5 shooters out there. Right. I invented small ball in 2000.
This nigga said
I invented it. They wasn't doing it. Nobody was doing it but me. Right. And I remember it because the way that the 2K logic was set up, the center wouldn't come out to the 3-point line. Right. So I had Chris Webber out there on the corner who could shoot.
Yeah, pretty decently.
So I was fucking my brother up back then.
With a small ball squad, that's wild.
I invented it.
That's wild. Yeah, but I mean, we'll see how things go with. I'm done really speaking on it. I just like when he had his stretch when KD went down. Like I'm like, yo, like I was getting hope. Like, yo, he killing out there. Damn near 40 a night. He doing his thing.
Bro, I've been telling you for the longest that Kyrie can't be trusted. I've been telling you that.
He cooked Steph when they played Steph.
What does that mean?
He cooked Steph. I'm just saying. Every time they match up, Kyrie cook him.
What does that mean though? That doesn't mean anything.
It means a lot to me.
4 rings, nigga. He don't got any. I mean, he got one. My bad. But yeah, but Steph got 4 rings to Kyrie's 1, and he leaves a trail of destruction wherever he goes.
Man, look.
He like a bad bitch with an STD, bro. The fuck? Like, yeah, she bad, but do you want her really, nigga?
All-Star Weekend need to add in 1v1 tournaments.
You know what? I was thinking that, but I think 3v3.
No.
I think no. Blue though. Listen. 3v3 families.
What you mean?
So like, you know, it's a lot of brothers and dads who played or used to play. Mm-hmm. I think that'd be cool. So it'd be like Steph, and Dale. versus like Giannis, Costas, and Thanasis or whatever. Maybe not Dale, but like Damian Lee, because that's like the brother-in-law. Yeah. Some shit like that. Markeith, Marcus, and some other nigga or something. I don't know.
I like the 1v1 better.
Niggas will be too scared to do the 1v1.
That's exactly why they wouldn't do it. Niggas is pussy out here.
Yeah.
Like nah. Like I need KD versus Bron. I need Steph versus Kyrie. I want to say Clay versus Dame, but Dame gonna want to go against Steph. Mm-hmm. I need Giannis versus Joker. No. I need Giannis versus Embiid.
Yeah.
I need Giannis versus Embiid.
No, I need Embiid versus Joker.
Nah.
No, because Giannis is too physical. Giannis is too fast.
That's why I need. That's why I need him against Embiid. That's why I want him against Embiid because I feel like of course Giannis' biggest threat is him full speed. Have from coast to coast or whatever. Mm-hmm. But his on defense, he's good enough to stop him. He's good enough to stop Embiid from all that footwork shit and, pulling him out to the three. He's good enough to stop that. Mm-hmm. So I think his offense or his defense on Embiid will make up for his offense on Embiid or against Embiid.
So, if you notice the three players we were just talking about, they are all foreign players. Do you believe that the foreign players that are in the league are better than a lot of the American players in the league, or do you think they get more press because they're foreign?
I think it's a business decision. They're getting more press on purpose to reach out and expand to those different markets. Mm-hmm. I think that's the only reason. Because you can't tell me that Joker is a better player than Embiid 2 years in a row.
But they're both foreign though. They're both foreign.
Yeah, but I believe have they tapped into that market the way they want to tap into that market?
Which market?
Where Joker from? Russia? Germany, something like that.
Europe.
Yeah, so they haven't tapped that market yet. We get a bunch of we get a bunch of players from like what's Embiid? Haitian? Not Haitian.
Somewhere in Africa, bro.
Yeah, but we get a bunch of players from Africa. We see it all the time.
But we get a bunch of players from Europe too.
Yeah, but
we get way more players from Europe than Africa, and I'm willing to bet you.
Good players?
Yes.
I don't know.
Dirk, fucking Joker, Luka, nigga, pretty much every white player who's been successful. Every successful white player except for like Nash and Stockton. Hey.
Okay, so players from like the Congo or whatever. You had what? Manute Bol, who else? The Dream, Hakeem Olajuwon, Serge Ibaka, Embiid. Where is Tim Duncan from Hawaii? I don't think that really count.
Who?
Tim Duncan, from Hawaii.
That's America.
Yeah. Okay. Who else came from overseas?
What's the nigga name? Ben Simmons is Australian. That's
but he
what country is Australia? Australia's a continent. My bad.
Yeah, it's a continent and a country type. And a country type.
I don't know. I'm sounding stupid right now.
Yeah, it's a country. But what's the Hakeem? What was the
Mutombo?
Yeah, Mutombo.
You like?
Mutombo. That's how I'm waving my finger. You know what I'm talking about. Him. So. Oh yeah, I got one more player than you, but I think I could think of some more people.
Yeah, and so could I. We could definitely go into that.
I don't think those players are. Nah, I think your players is better.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the European players are better.
Yeah. What do you are you doing basketball or?
Nah, I'm done.
Do you have any Super Bowl bets? Not bets, but you know.
Not really. I mean, I don't really watch football, but if I'm a betting man, I'm not betting against Patrick Mahomes. Even though I know he is like injured or something, or he had like a tweak.
His foot, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think, from what I've heard about his last game off that injury, they said he still looked great, so I'm not betting against him.
Yeah, you know they all had a week off and stuff too.
Yeah.
So
I'm not betting against him.
I'm going Chiefs also.
Chiefs? Are you going Chiefs with a blowout or a close game?
Close game.
Close game, okay.
Because the Eagles are one of those rare teams. Well, which they're one of those rare teams that has performed well all season. I think they only lost 3 games all regular season.
Okay.
And for 2 of those games, I think their starting quarterback didn't play.
Okay.
So I think with their starting quarterback, they only lost 1 game all season.
Okay. How do you? Oh wait.
I'm saying, yeah, Jalen Hurts has been solid, and he's a winner. He won even in college.
Okay. How do you feel about this being the first time 2 black quarterbacks have faced up against each other in the Super Bowl ever?
I think it's cool. It's gonna be less unique going forward, just because of the way that the game is changing.
How so?
They are going towards more athletic quarterbacks. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, athletic quarterbacks who happen to be black. Because when you go athletic, you're just going to find yourself with more black quarterbacks. And don't get me wrong, there are a lot of white quarterbacks out there, like my man for the Bills, Joe Burrow.
Can you say his name?
Okay, Josh Allen. Josh Allen. My man for the Joe Burrow, and it's a couple of cold white boys out there too. But just as things evolve, once the stigma of black quarterbacks goes away, it'll be more of them. Because in sports, especially when it comes to the NFL and quarterbacks, they always say, oh, you have to have a certain mental thing. When it comes to black people and mental, they always have to say that black people are inferior in some way when it comes to mental. Like, oh, he's not mature enough. I don't know if he's going to be able to study the playbook like that, or if he can grasp the concepts, stuff like that. So once they get rid of those notions more, it'll happen more.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, right. Oh. So I'm like, oh, this nigga don't support the league no way.
They just talking something too hard.
Yeah.
Just keep talking.
Nah. But no, it's cool.
But yeah, I think it'd be a good one. Like I don't care for football like that, but I normally do watch at least like the first and second quarter, or I watch half the game. So if I miss the first half, I'll watch the second half. But yeah, I'll at least check it out. Just to have something to talk about, to be somewhat in the know or whatever. I used to be a huge Eagles fan.
You did.
Back when Donovan McNabb and Terrell Owens and Smith and Green used to all play or whatever. I was
Westbrook and shit, or
yeah, that was his last name.
Westbrook.
Yeah, that was his last name. Yeah, so I used to be a huge fan of them. But yeah, I'm just done. And honestly, I haven't watched that much basketball either. Like I'll catch like highlights and stuff on like NBA TV, and like I keep up with like little stats here and there. But I don't know, sports just been falling off. You
know what? For football, I'm just typically not that interested because the game is so slow. It'll be a quarter, and if you're lucky, somebody is scored. Don't get me wrong, it's entertaining, but it's slow. While basketball is fast, but it's so much of it.
Right.
I believe 82 games is entirely too much.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I'm sure it's good for the financial aspect because it allows tickets to be low. Because like when we went to that Pistons game and we sat really close, those seats were like $50.
Yeah, that was really
and that's because they have 41 games there.
Right.
And nobody wants to see them really play the Jazz except for me.
Right.
But if they cut it down to where they're only doing like, let's say 60 games or something like that, they do 30 games at home, I think it'll make the games mean more. It'll be less for the players. They'll travel less. We'll see the stars more because Steph Curry doesn't play in Detroit. Steph Curry, he might come, but he don't play.
Right.
Same for like Luka and them. They don't like the stars when they come to Detroit. They'll come, but they don't play.
Right.
So
this is, I do think they should change how many games they play. But I think if I was a great player, I would kind of be upset because now you're not giving me the same opportunity to hit those benchmarks that other greats have hit. So like when LeBron was playing, he only played 60 regular season games and how many other like, so another 12,
82 in the regular season, 16 in the playoffs.
Yeah, so if he only played 76 games his whole season or whatever, he wouldn't be able to reach the Kareem record or whatever. And I think if you were to change that going forward, it'd be unfair to those people coming up behind it because now we no longer have the leeway to get there.
So I believe that you can go two ways about that. You can separate the records. Like, this is the person do it in that like all time. Like, this is the people who did it in the 82. These are the people who did it in the 60. Or you can go on a average per game basis. So let's say LeBron had 30 points per game for his whole career, and you want to beat that. Okay, nigga, when your career is finished, if you play 20 years like he did and you got 31 points, you get it. But nigga, if
I don't know, I think that'd be too much reshuffling, just like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Music Hall of Fame. I think it'd be way too much reshuffling.
Nigga, renaming something isn't a big deal.
I think it'd be a lot. I think it's because for certain people, like, just going back to it, if I wouldn't want to be inducted into the Music Hall of Fame. I want the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. If I break somebody's scoring record, I don't want the scoring record for 2023 to 2026. Like, I want the scoring record. I want the one that all of us, all of us scorers, elite scorers, try to go get. That's the one I want.
Yeah.
Like, so I think if you cut down on the games, you definitely get rid of the load management. Mm-hmm. I think you will instantly, the NBA will have a reason to get rid of load management. Mm-hmm. And I do think they want to get rid of it because of how much backlash is coming out from, I paid $200 for these tickets for me and my two kids to go see the game, and Kawhi didn't play, or LeBron didn't play, or KD didn't play. So I think that'll definitely cut down on that with a lower season. But also, like I said, if I was a player trying to reach a certain benchmark, I would be upset. So,
and it's funny you say that, because I was talking to my to this guy at my job the other day, and we was talking about vacation time and about how the company gives us our vacation time in June, but they take it in July, so we really don't have it. Mm-hmm. And he was just pretty much saying, well, that's how it's always been. I'm like, well, nigga, just because it's always been that way, don't mean it gotta stay that way. Right. So just because it's been 82, and like I understand the records are what they are, but just because it's been that way, don't mean it gotta stay that way. And then there's like I said, you never know. Maybe it can be all time. Maybe the playoffs get extended, and now the games are offset, and there's more playoff games. I don't know. I have no idea. Mm-hmm. But it's about what's doing best for the game to ensure the longevity and profitability of the game. Mm-hmm. So, and
it'll make players will play a lot longer because the games will be shorter. So I mean, it's I see the benefits and I see the cons, pros and cons of it both. But it is what it is at this point. Yeah. But how much time we got?
Oh, we got an hour 16, bro.
Oh, okay, that's pretty decent. I think we good here. I ain't got nothing else to talk about.
I'm all set.
Thank y'all for tuning in once again to another episode of the Block Talk Podcast. Episode 5? No, 6. Episode 6 of the Block Talk Podcast. If you like what we talked about today, go ahead and leave us a comment below. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Specifically YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Get those numbers up. Also, I don't know what else. Well, I got to get a better spiel. I got to get a better
we'll get it.
It's only been a year, you know what I'm saying? It's only been a year. Yeah. But yeah, all of that good stuff. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Share this to your peoples. Comments, topics y'all want to talk about. If y'all got an opinion on any of the topics we talked about today, go ahead, leave those in the comments below. All right? Peace.